Hello Houston, this is Jason Hammond, the Science Outreach Manager and the Life Science Manager here at the Children's Museum Houston, here to bring you a brain break brought to you by Texas Children's Hospital. Today we're going to talk about the lungs. You have two lungs in your body, your right lung and your left lung, and your lungs are responsible for bringing oxygen outside in the atmosphere into your body. Another main function of the lung is to oxygenate deoxygenated blood cells. So your blood cells will come into your lungs and they'll be starved for oxygen, and your lungs will fill them up with oxygen, and then the red blood cells will go to other parts of your body, also through your heart first, before going to the muscles and whatnot, so that they can be healthy and strong. What we're going to do today is we're going to make a lung out of a few materials so you can see how they work. The materials you're going to need to make your lung are really easy to find around your house. You're going to need some straws. Doesn't matter colored straws, they can also be clear straws. You're going to need a cup that's clear, or you can even use like a plastic water bottle. Do something that's recyclable so you can use your recyclable materials as a means to do a project. You're going to need some tape. Now you can use Scotch tape, but you can also use masking tape, electrical tape, anything that tape things securely. You're going to need a box cutter, a pair of scissors, and a balloon. Actually, you're going to need two balloons. Science is fun, my friends, but it can also be dangerous. Remember, we're using a box cutter today, and that's pretty sharp and really can hurt yourself with it. So please have a responsible adult with you when you do this activity. Really, you're only going to need them for the box cutter part. After that, everything else you can handle on your own. First thing you want to do is grab a straw. Now, depending on the size of your plastic container, you might have to cut your straw a little bit. As you can see, my straw is bigger than my plastic container. It really doesn't matter, but it just makes it easier when you're putting everything together. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my scissors, take my straw, and I'm going to cut it not quite in half, but just a little bit off of half. And this is the first piece I'm going to use. Next, you're going to want to get yourself a balloon. Here's your balloon. And what you're going to do is you're going to put the balloon inside the straw. Now, here's a problem. You've got to be able to keep the air from escaping the balloon. That's what your tape's going to be for. So here's your tape, okay? You're going to take some tape and you're going to secure the balloon to the straw. Once you have your balloon attached to your straw, you want to make sure that air can still get inside of it so your experiment works. So go ahead and blow into it. Now that your lung, which is kind of like a balloon that fills up with air and then releases that air, is done, we're going to get our diaphragm started. So that's what the clear cup comes in. First thing you need to do is get your box cutter and just poke a hole into it. Once you get the hole poked in, grab your scissors and finish the hole. You're going to then take your lung and push it through the hole. Oops, you might have to sometimes widen it even more. So there's some trial and error in this, but you'll get it. And you just poke it on through, just like that. Okay, and then you want to have it to the top just like this, and then guess what? You're going to take some tape and you're going to secure the straw around so that no air can get out. Now, I'm going to take another balloon, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the end off. Now, you know how you normally tie a balloon? You're going to do the same thing. You're going to tie the balloon one time from the top over here. Just like that. So, this is what you want right now. Okay? Be able to open it up. So now you're going to take your balloon and you're going to stretch it over the bottom of the cup so it's closed off. Don't worry about the cup crinkles at first. You'll be able to fix it. So this is your completed lung. This balloon I stretched on the bottom here, that's your diaphragm, and this is one lung. You can make this with 2 lungs as well, if you're clever, and I'll tell you about that in a moment. But we're just gonna start with 1 lung so you can see how it works. Now, when you breathe in deep, you can actually feel your diaphragm move. Just put your hand right here, and you can feel your diaphragm move as your lungs fill up with air. As you breathe out, you can feel your diaphragm relax. The same thing is gonna happen here. When I take that part I tied up and pull it down, the balloon's gonna fill up with air. And you can see how it filled up? As you pull down on the part of the balloon of the diaphragm that you tied, you'll notice that the lung fills with air. When you release it, it loses air. Thank you for joining me for this do-it-yourself lung. Remember, your lung is an organ, which is a specialized group of tissues that come together to do a specific function. In this case, your lung draws in the air from the atmosphere, the oxygen in particular, and that is used to help oxygenate your muscles so they can move and help get you the oxygen you need for your brain and other organs in your body. When you did this lung though, you also learned a little bit about the diaphragm, which is right about here, and you should practice that as well. Like when you breathe in, feel the diaphragm moving, and when you breathe out, feel it relaxing, okay? Now, I did say something about how you could do it with 2 balloons, making both your lungs, and using more straws. Why don't you try that on your own? And if you do try it on your own, go ahead and post that on our social media. We have Facebook, we have Twitter, we have Instagram. Just look for Children's Museum Houston. Also, if you watch this video on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button so that you can see all the videos that we have to offer, not just the one you saw today. You can also subscribe or like our page on Facebook and on Instagram. I hope you had as much fun doing a do-it-yourself lung as I did showing you how to do it yourself lung. And I do hope to see you soon, and I hope you're safe and having a good day. Until later, goodbye for now.